So much media, so little time. Who keeps track of it all? That would be me. This is Bob Andelman, and this is the Mr. Media Interview, broadcast and recorded live on blogtalkradio.com from the new media and American League Baseball capital of the world, St. Petersburg, Florida. We tune into Fox each Thursday night at 9 p.m. to Hell's Kitchen because it always brings the crazy. Last night was no disappointment as Chef Gordon Ramsay tossed Lazy Lacey before the elimination round. Now, Lacey will join me on Mr. Media in a special show on Monday, March 30th at 10:40 a.m. Eastern. So let's focus on last night's officially eliminated Chef L.A. Here's a clip from last night's show.
And as for L.A., she was sleepy on garnish. She's dreaming. Come on, more sauce, you silly cow!
Ouch. It's never fun being in Ramsay's line of sight, and if you are different in any way, like a neighborhood bully, he will always hone in on that characteristic. Now, joining me this morning, as I say, is L.A., the eighth contestant to whom Chef Gordon Ramsay has uttered the fateful words, "Take off your jacket." L.A., welcome to Mr. Media.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm all right.
It's now I know obviously we know these shows have been taped a while back, but I'm guessing it's still hard to actually watch that episode when it airs.
Yeah, I was sitting there like I know when I go, and I'm still sitting there watching. Like, no, maybe I'm not going to go home. You know, I'm trying to convince myself.
What do you think happened last night in your case?
I think I just got caught in the crossfire, and they wanted, you know, the drama still in the show, so they cut me because I wasn't part of the Andrea and Carol drama, so I got booted.
Yeah, you couldn't be sure, watching it at home last night that who was going to go. I was actually surprised that you went, but I guess so. You're saying that they wanted to go for the drama rather than the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally sure, but that's the way it felt to me. Like, I just felt robbed. Like, I checked my pockets afterwards, like, wow, did that seriously just happen?
Oh, gosh. Excuse me. Now, so you didn't feel that your exit was building over the episode? I want to say weeks, but I know this all happens in days.
I think he kind of saw that I wasn't really putting in, you know, the whole effort as far as, like, I sat out for the tasting thing and, you know, stuff like that. Maybe he didn't see me jumping into that leadership role, and that's probably what, you know, mainly decided his decision to cut me. I can understand it. I mean, I don't regret anything that I did or, you know, any part of it, but I can understand it.
I have that moment of the taste bud, so let's give a listen to that.
Red team, who's going to sit out on this challenge?
Wow, that was fast. L.A. second guesses herself from beginning to end.
L.A., okay, you're sitting out. What a shame you're not confident within your own palate.
My taste is a little off, and I'm a smoker, so I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be real difficult, and I was like, you know what, you guys go ahead and jump up and take it.
So tell me about a chef who's a smoker and has trouble with taste buds. I mean, is that...
People, they always say that, oh, she's a smoker, it's probably going to be too salty, and my real thing is what they didn't air is I was really sick, and my taste was off, you know, so I was like, you know, I'm sick, I can't smell anything, and then that's how you taste. You smell it first, and then, you know, you taste it, and I was sick, so, you know, in my defense, you know, that's why I chose to let them go. And we had all discussed it before. It wasn't just like, oh, you know, I won't do it, you know.
So was somebody mugging for the cameras? I can't remember which of the women gave that, oh, I'm shocked, jaw dropping, that LA's not going to do it.
I don't remember that part, but, you know, towards the end, it was kind of like they had their cliques and stuff, and if, you know, someone did something wrong, they, you know, jumped on that, you know, to try to get the stuff away from them. So, you know, it's all good.
Well, let's go back. Tell me a little bit about your cooking background. What had you done in the kitchen before Hell's Kitchen?
I actually work in mass production kitchens. My job, I work in the main kitchen of the casino where, you know, we make sauces in, like, you know, 100-gallon, you know, quantities. So I really hadn't had any line experience, but I mean, as far as you can see on the show, it looked like I had, years behind the lines. So, I outcooked most of those people. So.
Were you had you watched the show before applying to be a contestant, or how did you get involved in the show?
A friend actually drugged me to an audition. She's like, oh, let's go do it, blah, blah, blah. It'll be good for our careers. And, so I went, and I'd actually never seen the show prior to me going to audition for it. And then before I knew I was going to go on, I watched, a couple episodes of prior seasons, and I was like, wow, what did I get myself into,
Yeah. Yeah. I always wonder, if some people who go on a show like this have not seen it, because I just can't imagine. I can't imagine putting myself through it. Nonetheless, someone else doing it. Is it humbling? Is it humiliating? Do you wish you hadn't done it?
Actually, no regrets. I enjoyed every second of it. Definitely. I mean, I got my name out there. I got people across the country talking about L.A. So definitely, I don't regret it. I'm not embarrassed at all. No, I mean, I think honestly, all in all, I think I did a really good job, and people saw that, and hopefully I can move on from that and do something better with my career.
I wanted to ask you about that. Has anything changed in your career since the show started airing?
I get recognized a lot, but as far as career-wise, no, not really. I'm because of the economy is so crappy right now. It's really hard to make decisions on jumping to new positions or new jobs, just because if you're the last one there, you're the first one gone. You know what I mean, as far as cuts and stuff. So I'm kind of trying to lay low and wait for this economy to get better so I can go and do something else.
Now, Chef Ramsay when he was rough on you, he was very rough on you. As the clip I played earlier, I'm not going to repeat what he said because I don't talk that way, but. Did you ever have a moment with him that maybe we didn't see where you said, I don't need that, or did he ever say to you, I'm sorry that I said that to you?
Oh, no, there was never any apologies. When you had your downtime with him, meaning like when you won a challenge or whatever, like he would explain to you, I really don't think you're a cow or this or that, I really think you're a good person. It's just something that comes out of me in the kitchen, and I can understand that. I mean, he's making millions of dollars on TV for being that person. But as far as like outside the kitchen, I mean, he's a good guy.
Now, I'm going to, as I mentioned in the introduction, I'm going to talk with Lacey on Monday, and I just wondered if you had any message you might want to send to your ex-teammate.
Not really. I mean, we've tried to contact her and stuff. I guess she just doesn't really want to talk to any of us, but I can see that. I don't really have anything to say to her. I'm surprised she made it that long. She should be, thanking her lucky stars.
Yeah. Anyone else on the show that you either built a rapport with, or who rubbed you the wrong way? That I guess Lacey pretty much did everybody.
Yeah, I mean, as far as everyone else goes, I pretty much, as far as on Facebook or MySpace, I talk to almost everyone else, those who want to stay in contact and stuff like that. I mean, outside of the show, you see the people for who they really are, you know what I mean? When you're inside the show, you're like balls to the wall. You're out for yourself, you know what I mean? You don't really care about anyone else, but, it's time to get to know a couple people. I made some good friends out of it.
That's great. So you're on Facebook or MySpace. Do you want to tell people how they can find you, or would you rather not?
You could just, on MySpace, I guess you could just type in LA, and I should come up. I'm not really sure how it works. I just set up the Facebook, so.
Okay. All right. Well, folks, you can catch Chef Gordon Ramsay and the remaining chefs on the hit reality cooking show, Hell's Kitchen, which has a new episode on Fox every Thursday at 9 p.m. You can also catch episodes you miss or highlights at www.fox.com/hellskitchen. L.A., you're a tough kid for going through that, and thank you so much for joining us on Mr. Media to talk about it.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, good luck to you. So for dozens more food-related interviews, surf over to our main website, www.mrmedia.com. That's mrmedia.com. That's where you can listen to my earlier conversations with several eliminated Hell's Kitchen chefs, as well as the editors of Cooking Light and Eat.com, and food and wine editor Gail Simmons from Top Chef, and many more. Please think about writing an online review of Mr. Media, casting a vote for Mr. Media, or marking Mr. Media as one of your favorites, whether you listen on Blog Talk Radio, Live Journal, Digital Journal, Podcast Pickle, MySpace, Vox, Facebook, Folio, Mediafly, Podfeed.net, Blueberry, Zencast, Odeo, or iTunes. As a matter of fact, subscribe to Mr. Media on iTunes and you'll never miss a show. Just search Mr. Media Interviews from within iTunes and subscribe for free. You can also listen with a piece of string and a tin can in many locations. If you've got an idea for a guest, email me directly at bob@andelman.com. That's ANDELMAN. You can also follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, www.twitter.com/Andelman. Thanks so much for joining us today. I always appreciate when you give up a little piece of your day to spend it with us.